I don't know how this got triggered, but was it my ear? Do I have big ears? Anyways. Okay, so this is like a twofer because it's both a story and an installment of So You Want to Join the Navy. But since it's a story, it needs a brew, right? Correct. So this story, hold on, where is it? Yes, here we go. The story will require a brew, so turn away if you're not ready for that. However, if you were paying attention previous, I did have my Green Lantern hat on, and as much as I love the Green Lantern, this requires my toucan with two cans hat, okay? For obvious reasons. So the brew for this is gonna be Victory Brewing Sour Monkey. And it is a sour triple, 9.5, which is pretty heavy for a sour. Most sours are normally like 5, 5.5, maybe a 6 if you're lucky. So Sour Monkey, 9.5 ABV, tastefully tart. Pucker up as Sour Monkey's swirling citrus notes and lemony bite bring a complex essence to elevate your experience. We are looking at you, okay? What else? Victory Brewing Company, Downingtown, Pennsylvania. Taste victory responsibly. This is odd, and I'll tell you why right now. Sour Brett Triple Ale with added spice. It's odd because unlike other brews, it does not have the independent brewer's mark symbol on here. So I don't know if Victory Brewing is actually an independent brewery anymore, or if it ever was. Anyways, this story and installment has to do with why did I stay in? So let's check the pour. You heard the crack. There's nothing else on the can. Let's check the pour. Now it's a sour, so I'm expecting it to be pretty clear, pretty filtered, etc., etc. So Grimlock facing forward. And yeah, that's pretty clear. 12 ounces, so I know I don't really have to worry about head or overflowing or whatever. So now we'll go about most of the way, and then just in case there's any sediment, which I really doubt, look at how clear that is. Look at how, pretty crystal that is. So we'll swirl it just to see if there's any sediment at the bottom, and I doubt it. And no, there isn't any sediment at the bottom. An unfiltered beer will have sediment, and you can have whatever opinion you like about sediment or not. Why did I stay in? So let me start with my time in the Navy is twofold. I was active duty, and then I left active duty. And then I did the rest of my time in the reserves. So I left active duty after 14 years, and people were like, why? How? So I drank. Oh, that is... Oh, God. You know the yellow lemon flowers in King City or wherever you might live? I'm pretty sure they're most everywhere. The yellow lemon flowers that you bite the stem and they're sour. It's kind of like that, where you have one and it's like, oh, but you got to have another one, right? Anyways, that's actually really good. It's not very heavy on the like wheat or any of that. It's definitely a lemony bite. All right. So I was active duty for 14 years. And then I left, and people couldn't believe that I was leaving. I said, look, man, the politics at where I was, and this speaks to both in and out of the Navy. The politics at where I was just, it got too much. It got to be too much for me. By that time in the Navy, I had already seen enough politics, enough, people that really deserved the good things, advancement, the good evaluations. I saw too many getting passed over for cronies and bootlickers. And I was just like, that was part of the reason I was done. Another one was because my oldest shared with my wife. He said, "Mommy, I want a family." And she said, "But you have a family." And he said, "Yeah, but I want a family with a daddy." Right then I said, "Nope, check please." And I got out of the Navy. I got off active duty. I did decide to stay in the reserves. So I had a drink before I joined the reserves. Yeah, no, that is lemony. That's like, it's very masochistically pleasing. I don't know if you'll understand what I mean, but it's really good. It's those flowers. Those flowers. I used to have those flowers by the fistful. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, I did 14 years active duty and then 9 years in the reserves. Why did I stay in? I stayed in because I loved my job. I loved being an electronics technician. I loved working on communication systems, radar systems, computer systems, information systems. I loved helping my people. I loved seeing the world. I loved seeing the United States. I love meeting new people all across the United States. It was great, you know? As much as the bad times sucked, and I don't know that I'll ever tell those stories here, but trust me, the sucky times sucked. I loved my job, and I loved helping everybody that I was able to help. And that's why I stayed in. Had they let me, would I have stayed longer? Yeah. But you know what? In the end, I left when I did because it was my time. And as much as I loved helping, I was needed more elsewhere. And that's okay. Yeah. So there's plenty of reasons you can stay in, but don't ever let them scare you into staying in. If they tell you, "Oh, the job market, oh, blah, blah, blah." No. If you are strong and you are connected, and believe me, you have plenty of time to get connected once you start in the Navy. You can have a plan, you can have everything ready for you to be successful once you get out of the Navy, if you don't stay a full career. You know, it's good either way, you know. But just be ready, because one day, that day is going to come where you'll be done. And the Navy is going to move on. It's going to keep going without you. Trust me. As important as we might be, as good as we do our jobs, it's going to keep going. And that's okay. But you know what? We did our time and we helped a bunch of people. So yeah, that's the story and the installment. Enjoy.